The family group chat blew up that morning. My cousin Sarah dropped a message, short, smug, and final. "We're taking your cabin for the summer." Right after, the thread filled with thumbs up, laughing emojis, and a flood of "can't wait" from uncles and aunts. Not one person asked me, not one thought they had to. 8 hours later, their cars were already winding up the mountain road, packed with kids, coolers, and their usual noise, ready to turn my sanctuary into their vacation spot. I didn't say a word because I had been waiting for this moment. As soon as their tires crunched onto the driveway, the cameras caught their grins, wide-eyed and excited. Then the system came alive. That cabin wasn't just a pile of wood and nails, it was the only place in my life that was completely mine. I bought it with money no one believed I could ever earn. Every board, every stone was proof I didn't need their approval. Years back, I had invited them once. I still thought family meant support back then. I imagined campfires, stories, laughter echoing through the trees. Instead, Sarah sneered at the decor, my uncle complained about the beds, and my aunt asked why I hadn't bought something closer to town. When the weekend ended, I was left cleaning up after them, invisible in my own house. That was the last time I opened the doors to them. So when Sarah's message popped up, it didn't shock me. It just confirmed what I already knew. They'd always treated me like background noise. They thought they could just take what was mine. They forgot I had learned to fight without yelling. I didn't beg. I didn't threaten. I typed one thing. "Sure, have fun." But 3 months earlier, I had quietly installed a new security system. Motion-triggered locks, cameras tucked in the trees, and best of all, a remote panel that gave me total control. All I had to do now was wait. When their caravan of SUVs pulled in, the gates slammed shut behind them with a heavy clang. From my phone, I watched them unload bags, laughing, already calling dibs on bedrooms like it was theirs to take. The first glitch hit at 9 p.m. They went to open the fridge. Nothing. The power cut out in the kitchen. Lights flickered, then went black. Confused, they pulled out their phones, only to realize the Wi-Fi was gone too. I let the cameras capture it all. By midnight, the cabin locked down, doors sealed with magnetic locks. Windows that usually swung open refused to budge. My cousin's husband tried prying one open with a chair. Useless. From my apartment 8 hours away, I tapped a button. Suddenly, the cabin speakers carried my voice. "Comfortable?" They froze, Sarah's face drained of color. "You didn't ask permission," I said, my tone calm and steady. "You just decided. Like always." Someone muttered about calling the police and I almost laughed. "Go ahead, tell them how you broke into property that isn't yours. Show them the group chat messages." Silence. I didn't keep them locked in long, just enough to strip the smugness away. By morning, I turned the power back on, but the water stayed off. Nothing humbles people faster than thirst. At noon, I unlatched the front door. I expected them to storm out. Instead, they shuffled into the driveway, heads down, the summer they thought they'd stolen slipping right through their fingers. Sarah tried to speak, but her voice cracked. You can't treat family like this." I let the words hang before I answered, quiet but final. "Family doesn't abandon. Family doesn't take. You made it clear what I am to you. I'm just returning the favor." I cut the feed after that. 2 hours after they'd arrived, they were gone. 8 hours back down the mountain, their cars heavy with resentment, the silence in those vehicles thicker than their laughter had ever been. And me? I sat in my city apartment, sipping coffee, watching the cabin cameras reset to stillness. For the first time in years, it was mine again, untouched, sacred. The fallout came fast. In the chat, they tried spinning the story, calling me unstable, dramatic. But I uploaded the footage, Sarah declaring the cabin was theirs, their laughter, their shocked faces when my voice filled the room. Neighbors saw it, friends saw it. Suddenly, I wasn't unstable. I was justified. Their reputations cracked in ways no apology could ever fix. Since then, I've gone back to the cabin alone. I walk through the rooms they tried to claim, and the air feels cleaner, the silence sharper. It's no longer poisoned by their mockery or entitlement. I don't need their approval. I don't need their company. I only needed them to understand one thing. The door is closed. The key is mine. And the next time they even think about taking something that isn't theirs, they'll remember the sound of my voice in the dark. Not yelling, not pleading, just reminding them exactly whose mountain they tried to climb.